let's get into it. So, the death of a kid isn't more tragic than the death of an adult. This is from Matt Jack O'Malley. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I understand it's not easy to discuss about it. Whenever a kid dies, everyone says, "Poor angel. He/she had a whole life in front of him/her." I guess they don't know about they and them. Idiots. While what I think is, it's sure terrible for someone to die at such a young age, but every serial killer, dictator, murderer, drug dealer, abusive parent, pedophile, and so on has been a kid too, and maybe he/she would have become one too, and we have been lucky with his/her death. This is what Matt Jack O'Malley thinks. He thinks that sure terrible. Yeah, you just heard it. So, when a 40/50-year-old dies, you don't hear the same thing by the people, while we already knew if he/she was a good person or not. I know this is complicated to understand, and it's also hard for me to explain it in English. Probably I'm the only one to think in this way, and is this to make it really unpopular? Yeah, this guy's foreign as fuck. You're doing a good job, Matt Jack O'Malley. You're doing pretty good on your English. I have to commend you. I can't speak other languages very well. I got a little bit of Spanish. Ayer fui a mi casa. You know, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up? Alright, let's end it. So I also want to add that this is just my thought, and by thinking it, I'm not hurting anyone. Arguable, but, I agree with you. So, he also had an edit. Something I have considered, but forgot to clarify, is that I was thinking about the death of people that are strangers to me. Of course, the loss of a loved one is different. Of course it is, right? Of course it's different. But yeah, so this person is saying that, the death of a kid, a strange kid, isn't any more tragic than the death of an adult. Which, I mean, like, sure, yeah. But I think it's a weird line of thinking to be like, oh, this kid could have been a murderer, could have been a pedophile, this kid could have been a terrorist, dictator person. Like, I don't know. It seems very religious to me somehow, predicting someone's life path. Like, I guess it's fun. I've done it every now and again, but like, it reminds me of this one time in high school where there were some anti-abortion people that came, and they were standing outside our high school at the end of school, and all the fucking people went over to talk to them and debate them and whatnot. And I got dragged along by a girl that I had a huge crush on at the time, and I wanted to impress her. And so she was like, ask her a question. I know you want to ask her a question, ask her a question. So I asked these Jesus anti-abortion people a question, and I asked them, hey, so do aborted babies go to heaven? And the guy, he obviously did not expect this question. And he was like, well, God knows your life plan. He's omnipotent. So he knows what you're going to be like when you're an adult. So if you got aborted and you were going to be a good person, yeah, you'll probably go to heaven. But, he was he was still anti-abortion. So he's like, but you never know if they could have changed their path, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me, right? Like, how can God know your path, but then you can change your path? I don't get it. A lot of Jesus, hardcore Christians, I don't understand whether or not they believe in free will or not. And it's interesting, and I don't understand it.